Do you think that Powell is ignorant to how powerful he is?
I think that might be a bit of a mischaracterization. I think the Fed chair knows precisely how important his words are. I'm sure he's been a student of previous Feds, and he understands the power that the Fed has both over the real economy as well as over the markets. That said, I do think his communication in the press conference came off as a bit intransigent, especially around the autopilot, if you will, on balance sheet normalization. And I think what market participants have become more accustomed to is language akin to that of Mario Draghi, doing whatever it takes to stimulate the economy, to stimulate risk assets, to support the economy. And I think that part of the communication was a bit of a misstep relative to what market participants at least had expected, especially, by the way, in the context of the ECB just a week earlier, essentially saying that it was going to end QE. So that synchronized removal of accommodation, I think, is also a big part of this story.
I agree. I mean, Jim, clearly, I think beyond just the straight communication of the autopilot with the balance sheet, I mean, it felt like that investors were disappointed that the Fed chair seemed to be missing some key signs of slowing in the economy and some key market signals about what is coming up next. Do you agree with that? And if so, what is the Fed missing?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it goes beyond just, he didn't say the right words. He has the wrong approach. He thinks that the balance sheet reduction on autopilot is something separate from monetary policy. It is a form of tightening. The market believes, by some of the estimates I've seen, it's 1.5 to 2 rate hikes alone, just the balance sheet. Then they're going to do another 2. That's 4 rate hikes. The market's worried that's too many. And then you come out and say, look, we're going to autopilot half of the rate hikes that we're going to do next year in the form of the balance sheet. And that's why it's sold off so hard every time he said the word autopilot last week. I hope they get it now. I hope he understands that this is a form of tightening. My fear is he doesn't. At least what we saw with Williams's interview with Leisman on Friday, he didn't get it either, and the market sold off as well too. They need to understand what autopilot means to the market.